Right, good afternoon, you lovely, lovely people. Today, I've got a DS, and I thought it wasn't turning on, so I need to find out what the problem was. This is a customer return. It is, let's have a look on this piece of paper. I don't think it's charging. Let me just let's get a charger, and yeah, that appears to be charging. Messages. Okay, so that's charging. Power's on fine. I can't see a problem with it. I'm going to put a game in. Ah, it doesn't power on when there's a game in. How very strange. What on earth is going on there, but? So take the battery out. Well, I'm glad I stuck a cartridge in there, because I was then about to message the buyer and say I can't see a problem with it. I don't know what's going on. So battery's out. Let's put the battery back in. It still doesn't turn on. Right. Well, this could be interesting. Let's get this peeled off. One for there. This, I've never seen this fault before. Right, as you saw, it powered on straight out of the envelope, because just before the video started I took it out of the envelope, because obviously you don't want to put people's details and addresses up on a video, GDPR and all of that sort of thing. But that is very, very bizarre, because as soon as I put a cartridge in, it went bleh, and that was the end of that. Why have you got a positive screw in here? Not meant to be a posi screw. It's meant to be one of them. Right, let's get the back off. Pop these out just so they don't fall off and get lost. The water sticker is fine. Let's get the multimeter out. So that one works, and that one works. What on earth? This looks a bit dubious. This chip looks a bit melted. Well, does it do anything now? No. I am so confused. But let's get the board off. Let's get a bit of flux on this chip and we'll heat it up. See what happens. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll just take the PCB out and swap it over for one that works. But it would be nice to see if we could determine what the problem was. Now, there's nothing, oh, I'll get the, nothing on this side that looks iffy. And yeah, apart from that chip looking a little bit wrong, things seem okay, but well, seem can be a lot of things. So let's have a nice dollop of flux around there. Well, that's that reflowed, and then I'm just going to, this looks a bit suspect, turn that down a bit. Right, let that cool off. Right, that's cooled off a bit. Ugh, all sticky and horrible. So yeah, the light goes on and off. That's what happens without a battery attached. With a battery attached, light goes on, stays on. We get power. Obviously nothing happens because there's no screen fixed in, there's no Wi-Fi module or anything attached. So let's give that a clean. Oh, and we're going to need to replace that for the touchscreen because I've just ripped it off. Such an idiot. You can go on there. Now, if I put that in, does it turn on? Or does it, if it doesn't turn on with a cartridge, flipping does, but no. Right, do you know what? It's just getting a new board because there's something clearly wrong with that thing. Clearly something wrong with it. Let's find battered DS Lite. This thing looks like it could be a wonderful donor board. But it's got no power. Is that likely to be the fuses? It's not that one. It's not that one. Well, that's no good then. Oh, fiddly-dee. Oh, what's this over here? It's another one. And that's got no power switch. Oh, I don't know. Let's just change the power switch on this. Make life easy. I seem to have accidentally broken that. Brilliant. Out you get. Right, you fold down. You fold down. You fold down. You all fold down. Right. Right, so we want, where's that one I've just chucked on the floor to use as spares? Oh, here it is. So I want the power switch off of this one. I'm not going to take the whole switch off. I'm going to crank the heat up on the soldering iron. Maybe get a bit of extra solder on here and on here, just to loosen it a little bit. hopefully. Not having much luck here. There we go. That's one side off. So there's that. And then we've got the spring here. And the slider there. Let's get that out of the way again. Bring this one back. Pop the slider in. And then get this spring in. Which is a tad awkward. I'll slide it in there. That's the one. And yep, that's going to go nicely. Now I need to solder this back on. And then we can see if it powers up, or what the initial reason I decided to take the power switch off of that was. It might have just been the closest one to hand. Okay, does it power up? Yes. Does it charge? No. Right. This is coming off. Hang on. Let's just check the fuses first, shall we? Before we get overly carried away. Two, yep. And one. So yeah, they work. Back to heating the board up. We're going to remove this charging circuit thingamajiggy bob. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a regulator or a coil. All I know is I've changed them before on things that wouldn't charge, and then they charge. So that one down. Get this one over here. Off it comes. Pop the other one on. Ah, burning my fingers. hopefully that has sorted that. Board's not too hot. Ah, yes it is. Ah! Ah ha ha! That is very toasty. And there we go. Charging light stays on, power comes on. This could be fixed. Oh, I'm definitely burnt. Bit of a clean where I had the flux. As I've got that soldering iron on, I thought I'd go over these because I don't like the look of these. Like they're a bit shoddy. Let's have a bit of decent solder on them. Someone's potentially replaced this cartridge port before, but it needs more nice solder on it just so they look good. Turn the temp down a bit. Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit better. I like the look of that. Let's get that 250 or 2.50, whatever it is, off of that. Yeah, they look much better. The board's cooled down, so let's get this lower screen fitted. Polishy clean up. Yeah. Pop that one open. Put that through there. I'm not going to feed that in just yet because we all know how much I hate feeding those through, and if this doesn't work, I'll only have to take it back out again. which will infuriate me. So, back together for that. Couple of screws on the inside. And then we will need to put the Wi-Fi card on, which is over here. Power it on. I'm going to put Nintendogs in. I've got a feeling that in 5 minutes time that board's coming back out and I am taking the cartridge port off because I don't like the sound of it, quite frankly. Yep, I knew it. Right. This requires the wonders of a new cartridge slot as well. So that's coming back out. Yeah, listen to it. You can just hear it chewing. So yeah, these can come back out, and this is now going to be much more in depth. Well, I'll say in depth. I've just got to take the cartridge port off and fit a new one. It's not the most difficult of things, and strangely, as I had reflowed the solder on all those pins, they should actually be a bit easier to remove. So fold that back down, fold that down, fold that down. Don't want to break any of them off. That's one. Give us a little bit of a push from there. Two. Now these ones are always a little bit more tricky because we've got all the pins at the bottom that are connected. Right, let's get the hot air gun on it. It doesn't matter because this one's coming off. Let's get a bit more flux on those bottom ones as I've cleaned it all up. I don't want to take any pads off. Because I don't want to have to run traces to things. There we go. That was nice and pleasant, wasn't it? So, let's go and get a new one of these, and I'll be back in 10 minutes. Right, cartridge slot get. Nice brand new one in a packet. Now, obviously, all the legs are bent up because they just are. Because they come in a packet. Right, they should come in a box, really. But let's just straighten those out a bit. Make sure they... Yep, they've all got a nice space between them. That one looks a little bit high. Okay, so pop that there for a sec. Where's the green stuff? We will soak up a bit of this excess solder from the anchor points. Because there's a lot of it. And that will make putting the new one on slightly more difficult. Oh. Brilliant. I've just been tapping away on my computer. I forgot to pause it. Oh, do forgive me. Right, let's get back to this. What an absolute wally. Okay, so besides me not paying attention, what have we learned? These need to have the volume turned up, temperature turned up a bit more. And what I probably should have tinned them first. Oh well. I'll get a bit of flux on it. Get a bit of pressure on that. Pushed right down. So instead of trying to fault find that other weird board, I've instead had to replace the power switch, this thing, what are we going to call it? Voltage regulator. I don't know if it is. Coil, something. I had to replace that and the cartridge port on this one. But these are things I know how to fix and know what is a good way to deal with them. So it's a decent trade-off. And yes, I will be letting the customer watch this video so they can see what has happened to their DS Lite. I want some more solder on some of them. I can't believe I wasted about 4 minutes of your time, 5 minutes of your time, just tapping away on a keyboard. And paying no attention to the job at hand. Right, that in. Let's have some moment of truth malarkey. I'm still not putting that cable through yet. Still don't believe. Gotta do what I gotta believe. Do 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 do. Bit of a parappa of a rapper there. Right. Now where's this? What does it sound like now? Ah. The beautiful sound of clicky niceness. It's not really a word, is it? Clicky niceness. I mean, it's two words. That's not a phrase. It's not a saying. Right, clicky niceness. Oops. That'll teach me to look at my watch. I had a notification. The notification was, move, you've been sat down for too long. Come on. You know you want to work. Power on. Ba-ding, ba-ding, ba-ding. Hey, Nintendogs. Excellent. Right. Bit of power. We're charging. We are cooking on gas. So let's do the worst part of a DS repair. And try and feed this underneath the cartridge slot. Which went really well. Oh, thank you. I probably shouldn't be that overly excited about that going through first time, but I am. Right. Oh, the whole point of taking them out was so that the springs didn't come out and the little posts fall out. And I've just knocked them over so that they have. Hey ho, that's another job to do. Right, you're back down. And you. There's the back. That's not so good. You have to be careful when you put these on that you don't have these in the wrong place. You don't snap the volume off or the power, because I've just spent all that time replacing the power and I don't want to have to replace the volume or the power again. And making sure these are in, because otherwise they stop the shell going on. No, 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 no. That power switch very nearly got mullered. Right, we should be good. Let's get it screwed together. I will need to clean this off and put a fresh one on, but that's not a problem. That's not for a video. There's no need to do that. I just need to put this last screw in, battery in, and put the back on, and then we'll just double check it all works before I leave you for this video. Right, the very, very final moment of truth. With power on, volume up, and confirm. And there we have it. Nintendogs up and running. One DS Lite all sorted, even though it took considerably more messing about than I expected. So thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye bye.